Of course, the four aces are the highest cards in the deck, and there's been a lot of kind of like meaning assigned to those four aces for whatever reason. I think they're cards that capture people's imagination. And I want to show you what I think is the most refined trick that you can do with the four aces. But before we do that, I would like for you to select a card, and as I drop cards on the table, please just say stop. Stop right there. Okay, I don't want you to look at this card. We'll keep it there for a little bit later. It will come and play a little bit later on. So now the classic four ace trick is actually done with three cards put on top of each ace. Also three, if you think about it, has kind of a symbolic meaning. Three recurs a lot in symbolism, Kabbalah, numerology, all those kind of things. But it's the minimum number of cards that I can place on each ace to misdirect you. So let's start with the ace of hearts. Now you see it, and now you don't. It's really gone. Now you're watching very close, so this is pretty incredible if you think about it. The ace of clubs goes just the same way as the ace of hearts. And you know what they say, the closer you watch, the less you see. The less you see, the better for me. And now even with the last ace, considering you're watching feet away from my hands, and that is also gone. Now, this of course raises an intriguing question, which is, well, where did they go? And of course, the trick is not complete unless we bring those aces back. And to bring those aces back, I thought I would take you down a trip down memory lane, the way I did it when I was a beginner, all the way through intermediate and until the postgraduate course in card handling would be the expert's way. Now, a beginner would rely on a self-working trick, and which is why I've had you pick a card at the beginning to provide us with a random number, to generate a random number. So let's take a look. You pick the 7 of diamonds. Well, that's interesting because we're talking about numerology and meanings assigned to numbers. Well, 7, also 7th son of a 7th son, and so forth. Definitely a good number, but more to the point, each card in the deck has a mate that is the same number, same value, and same color. So the mate of the 3 of clubs, for example, would be the 3 of spades, and the mate of the 7 of diamonds is the 7 of hearts. Perfect. Now if I wave the 7 of diamonds, I snap my fingers, one card turns over, and it happens to be indeed the 7 of hearts. But it's not just a card that turned over for its own sake. It becomes an indicator card. It tells me that if I count 7 cards, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we get to the first ace, the ace of clubs. So that's the way a beginner would do it. Now the intermediate magician would rely on the sleight of hand. Now watch this very closely. Would you like to see it again? Now, well, the second ace turned over in the deck as well. Now it's the ace of hearts. Now the expert card handler realizes the most powerful form of magic is to put the magic actually in the hands of the spectator. And relinquishing control, funny as it sounds, is one of the highest forms of magic. So take the deck from me, and we're going to spell to the next ace. That's the ace of diamonds, I think was the third. So spell one card per letter: A, C, E, O, F, D, I, A, M, O, N, the S that gives us the ace of diamonds, of course. Now what's the postgraduate course? Well, the postgraduate transcends sleight of hand, transcends spectator control, and goes into the realm of aesthetics, of pure beauty. And I think that the most beautiful way that I can think of to find the last ace is by doing something that is truly beautiful to watch. Don't take your eyes off the cards. The last ace, the ace of spades. And I think that is one of the most beautiful card tricks you can do with the four aces.